Hi all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Brittany. I am a cut flower gardener in Garden Zone 6A. Today I'm just making a short video about what I'm transplanting mid-April. So today I'm going to take the time to transplant my Lisianthus and my Snapdragon. So this middle bed behind me will be all half Snapdragon, half Lisianthus. So I'll take you on that journey with me, and yeah, we'll go ahead and get started. So I still have my winter sow items back there. They're actually doing pretty well, and I'll do an update separately. And then yeah, this bed, I'm just taking this tiller and really just loosening the soil. It's funny, I actually have 2 peonies in here that I'm going to let continue to bloom, but I will probably transplant those to my rock bed in the future. But yeah, I'm essentially just taking this tiller, going through. In the fall I did already add a layer of compost, so I don't feel the need to do that again. So this one will just go ahead and till up, get rid of the weeds, and then I will go ahead and transplant both the Snapdragon and Lisianthus that I'm going to put in this bed. They both need netted support, so I also will work on doing that too. They're still pretty small, so I think I can get away with a couple more weeks of no support, and then we'll go ahead and add that in over the coming weeks, which I will just do essentially 4 stakes at either end, and then add like the square netting to give them the support as they grow. All right, these are the Snapdragons that I will be planting out today. I do have a frost cloth in case temps dip really low, but they can tolerate like a light frost. Then over here, I may add some of these as well around the rock garden. But I also might wait like a couple more weeks for these, just because temps again are predicted to dip a little bit low this week. It's actually pretty chilly right now. And then these are the Lisianthus that we'll be planting up in that same bed as well. Okay, so I'm just gonna go through and till this bed real quick. I'm avoiding the peonies that I already pointed out that are actively growing, and then we'll go ahead and start to pop these up. It is the rainiest day today. This thing is amazing. I think it's called the So I gave this a good tilling. Before I tilled it, I also pulled out as many weeds as I possibly could. I sprinkled in a tiny bit of compost as well. So pretty mixed up, soil's loosened and ready for planting. These are, again, our Snapdragons and our Lisianthus over here. And they have been hardening off for the past couple weeks. On top of that too, I do use an oscillating fan, which I find really helps strengthen their stems. It almost adapts them to the wind ahead of hardening off even. So I find that really, really helpful as I'm going to plant, that they have had that exposure to the, movement of air, which is just really important because we do get some pretty good wind here. I will say I feel lucky that you can see here, I have this giant hill on one side, and I do feel like it blocks some of the wind from getting through to my stems versus when you have like a really flat property. So most of my flowers do pretty well out here, but of course it just all depends. Something I wanted to call out as well. So as I'm going through and planting these, I'm really lucky that they both have very similar spacing, which is recommended 3 to 6 inches apart for Lisianthus and then 6 to 12 for the Snapdragons. So I'll be able to space them out pretty similar. And then I'll probably do the Lisianthus towards one end of the bed and then slowly work in my Snapdragons. So yeah, I just roughly place them 6 inches apart, and now I'll go ahead and start planting them up. I love these seed trays. They are reusable. So I'm going to try to be gentle with my containers as I kind of squeeze and grab them out. This is definitely the most exciting part of seed starting to me, is to actually get them in the garden and start to see them growing. I just feel like this cut flower season is going to be really nice. I did a lot more than I've ever done in past years with starting flowers out in advance, or starting flowers in advance under my grow lights, and via the winter sow method that you can also see behind me. So it's just, I'm going to have such a jump start compared to previous years with flowers that I'm able to have growing in the garden. Our Snapdragons that are going in, they are a little root bound looking, so still hoping for success, and I'll report back. But slowly taking these out one by one, trying to loosen up the roots a little bit and then plant them in. All right, so the Snapdragon and Lisianthus are tucked in. I'm going to I have still some spacing on this part of the bed, so I'm going to add in some lupine. I have this tray here, and it's truly outgrowing the tray right now, and it does prefer colder temps as well, so I think it will be fine in this bed. And again, I have frost cloth if it gets really, really low, but I don't see anything like that in the forecast for the next couple weeks, so it should be fine. So we'll go ahead and add these. These do like a lot more spacing. I believe they want 18 to 24 inches, so they'll probably actually take over the rest of this bed, but I'll see as I go ahead and get planting. Okay, we added the lupine in here. So we have lupine, Snapdragon, and Lisianthus in this one bed. I still have a little spacing here, so I do have some snapdragons inside that are just a little bit too small for transplanting, so I'll let those keep growing, and then I'll probably just fill this bed in right here with Lisianthus. My winter sowing flowers are really popping off right now too within their containers, so I'll have to make a game plan there for transplanting all of those as well and do a separate video there. All right, just wrapping up, saying thank you for joining. Please like and subscribe. Definitely more coming up in the transplanting world, along with things that I will be doing direct seed, and then also giving you an update on my winter sow method in the couple weeks ahead. I'm going to let them continue to grow for a few more weeks and then transplant out after my last frost. But yes, thank you for joining, and excited to see the garden come to life this year. So much more to come. A lot of the flowers I will be transplanting as well into like my rock bed around my patio area too. So stay tuned for more updates on the flowers that I will be working through transplanting. Definitely check out my seed sorting series if you're interested in growing ahead of the season. I just put out my 4 to 6 week video, so there's still time for that if you wanted to grow ahead of the season. But thanks so much for being here, and hope to see you in the